Dear graduates, family members, and guests, welcome to the Rome Business School's graduation ceremony. And thank you for being here today. Many of you come from afar and have faced a long journey to be here. We are honored by your presence and are pleased that you accepted the invitation to take part in this celebration. Many other students were not able to be here in person, but today technology helps us and they are following us online, so I would like to also greet them with affection. Today we want to pay a tribute to the outcome of your work and of your commitment. I know that on occasions such as this, there is a risk of being too rhetorical or too celebratory, so I will try not to be, even though I not guarantee this result. To tell you the truth, I think that we should celebrate more our small and big successes. In the frenzy of everyday life, we are not accustomed to stop a moment and rejoice over what we have accomplished. Nevertheless, celebrating results, it's very important to feel more satisfied, serene, and happy. And today we have something great to celebrate, because you have done something really important. You have completed an international top-level study path. It was not easy, we know it well, to arrive to this day, to this academic outfit, to this celebration. Took so much study, so many tests, assignments, final projects, so much serious and determined work. But you did it with your commitment, ability, and spirit of sacrifice. Congratulations. It has been a long and intense journey, one which I hope has enriched you from the cultural, professional, and personal level. The first results are evident. Many of you have already had some development in their careers, and everyone has surely received some useful stimuli for your growth. The question is, and now? Now I think you are in a position to do even more and better in your life. You belong to the small group of people on the planet who have completed postgraduate studies. You have a wealth of knowledge and experience far superior to the average, one which increases your potentiality and also your responsibilities. The Latin said that scientia potentia est, which means knowledge is power. It's true, but up to a point, because knowledge is only power if it's used. That is, if we act, and if we act in the right way. Now, being a little older than you, unfortunately, but without the pretense, not so much, thank you, without the pretense of teaching you anything more, I want to share some reflection on what my experience was, to give you some further stimuli and inspiration for your next steps. First of all, I would like to point out that whether we like it or not, our time is limited, and much of it is occupied by work. For this, I urge you, first of all, to do a job you really like. Do a job that you really like. A job that coincides with what you love, which represents you, reflecting your true passion. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to fail, never. If you love something, try to believe in yourself, and with labor and dedication, you will achieve it. There will be obstacles, difficulties, and temporary defeats. But you can do it, and at least you will be on a journey that will make you happy. More than the results you achieve, what is really important is the person that you will become along the way. I want to tell you a little story about me. When I decided to found the Rome Business School, almost everyone saw it as an impossible challenge, a folly. They thought I would never make it, and how could I blame them? We were in the midst of an unprecedented world economic recession, and we still are, unfortunately. And I started with 0 students, 0 teachers, limited capital, no team, no staff, but surrounded by a purpose, a vision, a great deal of passion, and some good studies like you did. Less than 6 years have passed, and today the Rome Business School is one of the world's most international business schools, with over 400 students enrolling annually from more than 140 countries. Today we have about 25 countries only here. Students who, thanks to your effort, to our support, are emerging as new leaders of the global era. How has it been possible? I want to share with you what I think is the key to a successful path. I condense it in 4 P's. Some of you studied marketing. Hopefully you remember the 4 P's of the marketing mix. Do you? Okay, good. These are the 4 P's for my life mix. The first P is purpose. We must make it clear in ourselves and identify what is the underlying goal of our existence. Up to a certain point in my life, I wandered in the dark, literally. I did not exactly what I wanted to do and where to direct my existence. Then I focused on the fact that my great passion is culture, is education, along with music. Music will be the next step, hopefully. And that is where the story of this business school has also started. I'm convinced that each one of us has been born to do something unique. We have to reflect on what we were born for, which coincides usually with what we really like. Without this inner passage, it's difficult to move forward well. If we do not know where we want to go, it's really hard to get there. So always try to listen to that voice, which for someone is immediately loud, for someone else is only a whisper, but try to listen to it, because this voice will tell you who you really are and what your mission in life is. The second P is the P of perspective. A key factor of success, in my opinion, is the mental approach we take towards ourselves and the world around us. In summary, it is essential, first of all, that you believe in yourself, always. We are often full of limiting beliefs, but the reality is that those limitations are usually the ones that we set up ourselves. Regarding the outside world, of course, we must be prepared for the fact that we will encounter many obstacles, many problems on our way. But this is important because if we adopt the right perspective, these problems will be seen as growth opportunities, like a gym that enables us to become stronger and to improve. The third P is the P of productivity. With productivity, I mean that to do things, theorizing or planning is not enough. You need to act. Avoid falling into what some call the analysis paralysis. There is a time when we need to break the laziness, to stop thinking and start doing. Even though not everything is quite ready, even though not everything is as perfect as it could be or should be, do it, run it. The more you act, the more results you will achieve. I will tell you more. Talent is certainly important, but work and spirit of sacrifice are even more. So many successful people have become successful because although they were less talented, less gifted, they worked harder than others. My fourth and final P of life is the P of persistence. This is one of the most important P's, in my opinion. And that is the ultimate exhortation I want to give you. Never give up. You will surely find so many difficulties in your journey. They are part of the game of life, but you don't have to give up, because often after the greatest effort, the result is just 1 inch away. So you have to make usually the last step, the last inch of achievement, of effort to reach your goal. Failures are always temporary. There are just steps that bring you closer to your goal. Persistence and willpower are also needed to deal with all those who will try to discourage you or that will slam the door in your face. It happens. Again, do not get demoralized and keep going. Think that you will find yourself in good company of successful people who were initially rebuffed or had temporarily failed. I will mention just a few examples. The Beatles, they are the greatest musical band in history. They were turned down after an audition at Decca Records with the motivation, guitar groups are on the way out, the Beatles have no future in show business. Albert Einstein, the man who formulated the theory of relativity, the great scientist, when he was little, did not start talking until he was 4. He was incapable of reading before he was 9. His teacher labeled him as low and mentally handicapped. Then he won the Nobel Prize for Physics. Walt Disney, the creator of Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Snow White, and many other characters that we love, was even fired by a newspaper in his youth with the following motivation: lack of imagination and good ideas. The list is much longer. We don't have so much time. So finally, dear graduates, I invite you to live with passion and enjoy this life, whatever the circumstances, giving the best of yourselves. If you have a secret dream, let it out. The world desperately needs people like you with the culture that you have who can make our societies and our lives better. As you know, the Rome Business School's motto is better managers for a better world. And we count on you, and we will always be there for you and besides you, so that you can express your potential to the fullest and make your contributions to a better future. As for today, still congratulations for your achievement. Best wishes from all of us. Congratulations. Thank you.